and I am your co-host. Oops. You want me to start over, Ellen?
You can go live when it's on YouTube.
Okay, it just went live. Okay, sorry about that. Hey, everybody. It is Monday, February 12th. Welcome to our team Zoom. This is for everybody that is on Ellen Winn's team and invited guests as well. My name is Harlequin Murray, and I am your co-host this evening, as usual. For those of you who are attending for the first time, welcome to our team Zoom. We're excited that you've joined us and looking forward to getting to know you. But I have the honor and privilege of introducing my friend Ellen Winn, who is our team leader, and just a little bit about her background. She grew up in Dallas, Georgia, just outside of Atlanta on her family's farm. And she has a very strong background in the restaurant industry. She had worked her way up to a district director and a team trainer for Domino's Pizza. And then she opened up her own business. So she's been a business owner. She owned 2 different pizza restaurants that were independent chains and has a lot of experience in that arena. And she also owns a limousine company. But she was introduced to network marketing, gosh, I think it's been 18, 20 years ago now. And she hasn't looked back since. She has done a lot in the network marketing industry. That is how I initially met her. She was a national training director for the network marketing company that I joined, and she was my upline then. And she is my personal enroller in DAC. But with DAC, she is at the area director level and is looking forward to move on from that position. And without further ado, Miss Ellen, go ahead and take it away.
Thank you, Harlequin. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad to see you guys. And I know you guys are glad to see that I survived COVID, right? Wow, last week was a whirlwind for me. It seemed like it would just never stop. I got sick on Monday, woke up in the early morning hours with chills from COVID. And for 3 days, I just felt miserable, but started getting better at the end of the week. And I'm really excited to be back in the saddle today. I always miss when I don't have an opportunity to talk with you guys on Monday night. So glad that you could be here with us. If you're watching on the replay, welcome. If this is the first time you've joined us on a team Zoom, we do these every Monday with limited exceptions. And it gives us an opportunity to talk face to face. Many of you I answer text messages with, or I may even do phone calls with, but it's nice to see you on a Zoom so I can put a name and face together, right? But we make this an opportunity for you to get your questions answered. A lot of you are seeing the corporate replays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, there's a corporate Zoom those 4 days out of the week. But if you're working a full-time job, sometimes it's hard to be on there live. So this gives you an opportunity to join us on Monday nights, get your questions answered, and learn some different strategies or, my slant on some of the things that we've talked about throughout the week. So, or things that David has talked about throughout the week. So tonight I want to kick us off like I usually do, which is with a slideshow going through our top recruiters. I don't have a whole lot of content tonight. I want to talk and answer your questions and start making these shorter. We're not going to drag them out if people don't have valuable questions that they want answered. But let me get us into screen share mode here. Harlequin, you see my slide? Looking good. Okay, awesome. All right, DAC, the upside of business ownership without the risk, without any risk whatsoever. DAC, if you haven't noticed, we're an 8-year-old Michigan-based company with proven success track record. We've been profitable every year, and we're evolving into phase 2 of our business growth, which means we're poised for some massive growth with the services that we have recently launched. And that means that if you're just now getting involved with us, you're here at the perfect time. If you're getting re-involved with us, you're getting involved at the perfect time. We're looking for folks that want to earn a part-time business income, a side hustle, or want to make a serious income with DAC. And you can certainly do that inside the protection of our business. You know, I was listening as Harlequin was talking about my experience. Excuse me, I got something in my mouth. As she was talking about my experience as a business owner, I think about all the things that I had to do to get my business started and how DAC makes it so simple, right? I had to investigate and find my location when I became a restaurateur. I had to figure out my menu, where I was going to source all of my equipment, where I was going to source my recipe menu items, where I was going to source the marketing that I was going to use, and all of that. Had to do every bit of that. And DAC has put all of that together for us. All we have to do is turn key, walk in the door, and start following the system and going to work. So it's really a simplified business model for us. It's simple, but it's not easy. And we're going to talk about a few things that you can do tonight to start making progress in your business. Okay. Now, you can build your business as a solo affiliate, and you can make significant income just by going out and gathering personal customers. But if you really want to amplify your income, you want to consider team building and referring other affiliates to your business, because that really increases the income that you can earn. Now, talking about building a team, that leads us right into top recruiters. And this is for, I've got 2 weeks worth of top recruiters here. This is the January 29th through February 4th. We had first place Ben Randalls with 4 new recruits for the week. Congratulations, Ben. And in second place, we had a 3-way tie with Ashley Cunningham, Eric Johnson, Mark Politi. Congratulations to the 3 of you. And in 5th place, we had a 2-way tie with Katina Willis and Ronnie McKellar. Congratulations to you guys as well. And this past week, for the week of 2/5 through 2/11, we had in first place Eric Johnson with 5 new recruits. Way to go, Eric. In second place, we had Burke with 2 new recruits, Dream Merchants of Beverly Hills with 2 new recruits, and Steve Jacobson with 2 new recruits. So congratulations to everybody that made the leaderboard. To be named on the leaderboard, you had to have at least 2 recruits for each given week. Many people had 1 recruit. So it's just a matter of time. If you're having conversations with people and sharing your partner page, talking about the opportunity here, and if you're talking about our services, it's naturally going to lead to a conversation about the opportunity for so many people. So if you had a conversation, it's just a matter of time before your name ends up on the top recruiter list as well. So congratulations to everybody for moving your business forward. Now, as I said, we have 4 different Zooms every week during the day. So it's an opportunity for you to stay up to date on our services. And that's simply by plugging in. Most of them are about a 15-30-minute max session where you can plug in and get the latest updates on healthcare. I know this week, Jake talked about doing more of an overview, doing a comparison of the different plans that we offer and have available through ClearShare. So tomorrow's Zoom is going to be really good. It's going to be a little bit different content than he's been covering. On Wednesday, we get about a 15-minute update from Wade Cordell over at Bank Breezy. And I love listening to Wade because he not only is giving us the latest insight, but he's usually giving some great testimonials on some recent fundings that we've had. So if you're wanting to market our funding program, then definitely want to plug in and listen in with Wade on Wednesdays. And then Friday, those are longer. That's our agent update from David Rutz, new announcements, updates, and plenty of Q&A time there on anything. Doesn't have to be one product specific. It can be questions on anything on Friday update. Okay. So that's what is coming up All of those Zooms are at daczoom.com, 11:30 Eastern time. Okay. Now, what I want to talk about tonight is going back to my motto, be here to win. Ellen win. I like that theme. Let's win, right? So I want you to be here to win. And to win, you have to go get customers, right? We've got guys that are on the leaderboard week after week after week recruiting. But guess what? If those people that are doing recruiting don't go get customers themselves, they're not going to make money in the long run. So our compensation plan is solely based on customer acquisition. Your first 90 days in the business, when you're brand new as an affiliate agent, you're automatically qualified to earn on your personally enrolled agents. 90 days, okay? 90-day window. Outside of 90 days, if you don't go get personal customers and you're building a team and someone that you recruit goes and gets customers, you don't make an override on that, okay? So there's got to be an incentive for you to get customers, and that incentive is if you don't get customers, you're not going to make any money on people that you recruit, right? So you got to go get your base customers. So the first step is taking steps forward, and baby steps can help you progress, and a little progress every day can add up to big results. So for you to be eligible outside of your 90-day window to earn on your team, you need to have at least 50 points. Okay. Now there's going to be the enroller match. You're going to have 200 points, but I want to keep it simple and talk about the 50 points as a starting point. Okay. Because it's proven that once you start getting customers, then you're learning how it works, and it's easier to get more customers. So let's start with the basics on the qualified affiliate, qualified agent, and you just need to have 50 personal residual revenue dollars, okay, that you've personally enrolled. Where do we get those? Well, I'm going to show you two different pages out of the compensation plan, and let's take a look at the possibilities for you to go get 50 residual revenue dollars in volume. First, we have the DAC healthcare services, and this is page 16 in the compensation plan. Page 16 is a breakdown of what everything is worth. We've got some updated comp documents that are going to be coming out, but this is what's posted right now. And it just simply shows you that all of our DAC ClearShare plans are worth 40 points, whether that is a individual plan or whether it's a family plan. One plan is worth 40 residual revenue dollars. I call it points, same thing, okay? And then our flat fee RX, whether they get an individual plan or whether they get a family plan, it's worth 10 residual revenue dollars or points. Okay. So to get 50 personal residual revenue dollars, you could sign up one customer on a ClearShare plan and one customer on a flat fee RX, right? 40 plus 10 is 50. Or you could sign up 5 flat fee RX customers. 5 times 10 is 50. Or you could sign up one person on an individual flat fee RX plan and get 110 points. Okay. And then you're done with that one customer. But there's a little caveat there. Any of these plans, if somebody buys the annual plan, then you only get the residual revenue the month that they buy that plan, because it's done if the volume shows up when they made the purchase. But next month, since they bought the annual plan here in February, is there going to be another purchase in March or April or May? No, it's already paid for. So those subsequent 11 months that they're not having to pay for the plan, there's not going to be residual revenue showing up. It's a great way to boost the revenue in one given month to have higher numbers there if you're marketing the annual plans. But just remember, you're going to have to replace that volume the following month. So as we walk through this, hopefully you've got a pen and paper out. And if you do, I want you to draw a big circle on a piece of paper, because this takes me back to when I first met Harlequin back in the days when I was running a training center. I was a partner in an 8,000 square foot training facility in Smyrna, Georgia. We had a telecom business, and we literally had hundreds of agents coming through that training center every single week. We would do business opportunity presentations. The room would be packed out. We would do Super Saturday trainings almost every weekend, and the room would be packed out. And we did all of our coaching and training with flip charts and whiteboards. And we did a lot of drawing circles, just like David Rutz does in his training. But one thing in that, with me taking notes, I learned to draw circles and follow what was being taught there on the whiteboard. So you need to draw a circle, and you need to put qualified agent, that you need at least 50 residual revenue. The next way that you can get points or residual revenue qualifications, if you're not marketing healthcare or you're not marketing RX, then you can talk about our DAC Protect. And this is a great product. I have had this product since we launched it. Excuse me. So part of my monthly residual revenue comes from my own plan. And yes, you can be your own customer. So you can have the RX program, be your own customer, and have 10 points towards your qualifications. You can have a family plan or a standard plan, whatever ID theft plan fits your needs. And those points will also go towards your personal qualification to get you towards qualified agent. But let's talk real quick about how this plan works. We have a standard, we have a plus plan, and again, those are monthly or annual, just like the RX plans are. Okay, so just look at the chart here that says residual revenue. It shows you how much it is in the price column, and it shows you what the value is that you get. If it's a monthly plan, then you're going to see that volume and that revenue each and every month. If it's an annual plan, you're going to see it once a year, the month that they make the purchase. Okay. All right. So that's how you get to qualified agent, looking at the services that we market. Now, everything else will add up and count towards that. So if you get a funding, if you get a giggle funding or a bigger funding, those residual revenue dollars are going to count towards your qualification. Okay. But they're not going to show up every single month. That's why I'm talking specifically about our residual revenue, specifically Health Share, the RX plan, and the ID Protect, because those are easy to market consumer services. They show up quickly, except the healthcare is going to show up the following month, but RX plan and ID Protect, both of those are going to show up immediately in your back office. So if you're looking for volume now, then those are the services that you want to market to have that volume immediately. All right. The next step, as we look at our 7-level compensation plan structure, the next step is team trainer. And this is really the foundation, or what many call the core rank of the DAC pay plan. Okay. It's team trainer. And this is where everybody that gets started really wants to make a run for team trainer. What is that? Well, it's you plus 3. Okay. You right here, you getting 100 personal residual revenue volume. Okay, that's your part of the equation. And plus 3 is group residual revenue of 250. So if we drew out circles, it'll be you at the top and 3 circles connected to you. Okay, those 3 people, personally enrolled agents, each personally enrolled agent is considered a leg. And each of those legs, all combined, have to have at least 250 total volume. Now, to get to team trainer, you don't have to have 3 frontline people that get you there. Let's say that you sponsored Susan here, and Susan really didn't go get any customers, but before she quit the business, she introduced Joe, and Joe came in through Susan, and Joe decided that he was going to go to get to team trainer. Then Joe and all of his volume will count for you, right? It doesn't have to be 3 frontline people, but you have to get those legs started by enrolling people direct to you. And you don't have to stop at 3. You can have hundreds of people direct to you. Every one of those The rule is we'll count all the volume from each and every one of them. We just can't count more than 40% from any one leg of your group. So you want to get to team trainer. And here's the thing, if we're teaching that when somebody gets started with DAC, that the first goal that they want to do is go get at least 50 in personal residual dollar volume for themselves, personal residual revenue, and working towards 100. If we're teaching them to do that and get themselves to team trainer, guess what is going to naturally happen? Each new person coming in is going to be working towards team trainer, and it's going to naturally evolve to where it pushes you up in the compensation plan. So those 3 that you first sponsored right here, now I've got them moving up to team trainer because they're doing the same thing that you did, right? And as they move up to team trainer and that volume is there, as long as you go get 150 in personal residual revenue, move yourself from 100 to 150, then that's going to naturally progress you up to area trainer. So our whole comp plan is just built on team trainers. Let's be a team trainer factory where everybody that gets started knows that that's their immediate goal. Go get to team trainer, get 100 personal residual revenue points, and find 3 people that want to get to team trainer. Okay. And if they do that and you're working towards getting your personal customers, then it is a no-brainer to get there. Now, another thing, when I talk about drawing circles, as you're looking at this, I want to go back a couple of slides to this one. Okay. When I first started drawing circles and trying to envision who my team was going to be, no matter what company I started with, I would draw myself and then I would say, okay, who do I know that would make a great business partner if this was a good fit for them, right? And I started writing down names of people that I wanted to invite to take a look at this. And then before you knew it, I had, not only did I have my front line listed out, but also I'm thinking, okay, I know Harlequin. I'm going to invite Harlequin to take a look at this. Who does Harlequin know that I know? And then we start going down through her list of folks, right? Where we've got Alan and we've got Bob and we've got a whole long list of people. So as I'm drawing out the people that I know and then the people that they know, my whole piece of paper is filling up just because of me connecting the dots, right? So I want you to think of it that way, because I assure you, if we were sitting down together and I had a piece of paper out and I went through that exercise with you before we finished, I'd have 100 names on the piece of paper that came from you and the people that you could connect the dots to, right? So if you're not doing that, you're not thinking big about your business and the possibilities here, okay? All right, so that's the end of my slideshow. I just wanted to show you that and get the brain going there, thinking outside the box on the possibilities. Now I want to open up to any questions that you may have. It doesn't have to be about what we've talked about. It can be anything, product specific, recruiting specific, you name it. We're open for any conversation. Is there anything while we're waiting for somebody to raise a hand there, Harlequin, anything in the chat that we need to address? Thank you, Faye.
Nothing in my chat.
Nothing in your chat? Okay. Well, I know it's an exciting time right now. Gosh, we've got more and more. I'm looking to see healthcare customers get posted here in the next couple of days, and our healthcare numbers are growing. Our RX plan numbers are growing. My question to you is, are your numbers growing? I'm seeing team growing, but are your personal numbers growing? Because that's really all that matters. Your personal income is going to be based on your personal production. So I encourage you to take some time and take those steps, baby steps, making a phone call, reaching out to someone new, asking another question. And guys, I know it's not easy sometimes that procrastination inside of us, just, we find 50 different things to do besides doing what we should be doing. But I encourage you, just pick up the phone and text someone, or pick up the phone and call someone and ask the question, hey, do you happen to know anybody spending more than $20 a month on prescription drugs? Hey, do you happen to, or what are you guys doing for healthcare? Right? Thinking of healthcare, we talk about open enrollment at the end of the year, but our plan is open 12 months out of the year. Not everybody is locked into open enrollment just at the end of the year. Some employer groups do their enrollment throughout the year. They may be doing enrollment coming up in March or April or May. You never know unless you ask the question. So don't feel like that window of opportunity is shut, because it is still very much open. And if someone has already signed up on an individual plan, maybe through healthcare.gov or through another individual provider, they can always move away from that and start coverage with our healthcare plan. So there's no limit to what time of year someone can get started with us. All right. All right.
Actually,
Anybody, if you don't have questions, we will wrap it up, because I'm not here to hear myself talk.
yeah.
Harlequin, you got anything?
I actually have a personal story from today.
Okay.
I have a friend who I did a Zoom, healthcare Zoom with today with Clearwater. He had signed up for a plan through the marketplace, and on January 2nd, he tore his bicep. And the coverage that he got from that, he was extremely unhappy, to the point that whenever I told his wife that I was doing healthcare, she was like, "Oh, you have to talk to my husband." And she went and found him in this big, huge business expo and dragged him over to me. So, but he is currently deciding between which deductible he wants to take, and we'll be signing up tomorrow. And he's also probably going to sign up for the prescription plan, because the plan that he happens to be choosing does not have a pharmacy plan with it. But also he's going to sign up his,
Health share only.
yeah, he's doing health share only for major medical.
Gotcha.
And he is signing up for, probably going to sign up, both he and his wife and his mother, for the pharmacy plan, as
Excellent.
well as introduce it to his entire real estate office.
Nice.
So,
Good job. Great. And how long did it take for you to ask a question that piqued their interest?
seconds. Like I said, he was really, really unhappy with the coverage that he got.
Yeah.
But we do actually have a question in the chat.
I saw one come up about a marketing system.
Right.
Okay. Do you offer an automated marketing system, or must I do that on my own? So we have an app that is going to be released anytime now. We're expecting it hopefully within a couple of weeks. And that app is going to be something where it'll be on your phone or on a computer. You'll be able to load your existing contacts and be able to send out videos and so on. It's one of the most requested apps in the network marketing space. And our cost for agents is free. David is building that and is giving it to each of us for free. If you want to do anything outside of that, then you can create whatever you want. If you're using DAC logos or any of that, then you need to make sure you get it approved through support before you put content out there, unless you're using the pre-approved materials from the Agent Resource Center. So great question. All right. Anybody else? All right. Well, I'm going to wrap us up here. Thank you for taking time tonight. We appreciate you, and look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's Zoom with Jake. It's going to be a good one. And guys, go get some customers, because as we move forward, I'm hearing stories of more and more big leaders that are getting involved in DAC, that are seeing what is happening out here. And I'll tell you this, here's a big secret. Okay. So listen carefully. If you are not promoting DAC and nobody knows that you're doing DAC, and somebody that you know is one of those leaders or could lead to one of those leaders, you're going to totally miss out on the opportunity to have one of them in your sales line. So don't be a secret agent out here. You got to get the word out. You got to be proud of what we have to offer. Our fundraising program is just about ready to go. I know several agents have already got some big churches lined up that they're talking to about that fundraiser. Some of them have already had the conversations. They just haven't rolled it out to their congregation yet because we don't have the material 100%. But it's going to be a game changer for many of you, just when you've got someone in your team that brings on an organization that pops in hundreds of customers at one time. But remember, you've got to have personal customers yourself to be able to earn those overrides. So go get yourself qualified as a qualified agent and go work towards getting to team trainer. We're always here to help. Look forward to seeing